Antony has been given an indefinite absence of leave by mutual consent. An official statement from Manchester United and Antony has confirmed that. While the ongoing investigation continues into allegations against Antony from one former girlfriend and now two former partners as well, he will not play for Manchester United again. I'm going to read through the official statement from Manchester United, Antony's statement as well, and I'm going to give my opinion on it too. I want you to let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do you think this is the right decision by Manchester United? I think it is. I'll run through it all, okay? Here is the official statement from Manchester United on the Antony situation. So Manchester United acknowledges the allegations made against Antony. Players who have not participated in international matches are due back in training on Monday. However, it has been agreed with Antony that he will delay his return until further notice in order to address the allegations. As a club, we condemn acts of violence and abuse. We recognise the importance of safeguarding all those involved in this situation and acknowledge the impact these allegations have on survivors of abuse. Manchester United not giving a return date there. It's just him not playing for the club again whilst this investigation goes on. Now, this is what Antony has said in his own statement on Instagram. He said, I've agreed with Manchester United to take a period of absence while I address the allegations made against me. This was a mutual decision to avoid distraction to my teammates and unnecessary controversy for the club. I want to reiterate my innocence of the things I have been accused of, and I will fully cooperate with the police to help them reach the truth. I look forward to returning to play as soon as possible. So, Antony has not been suspended by Manchester United. Let me just close the window. Antony is reiterating and has reiterated throughout his entire process of his innocence, whilst at the same time his former girlfriend has been, well, you know that she is accusing him of these allegations. And that is why Manchester United, the right decision has been made here. Now, you might say that Manchester United should have suspended Antony earlier and this and that, but this is now an ongoing investigation from two parties who completely say the other person is lying. Manchester United, he could not play for Manchester United at this moment in time, right? The club has made the right call. Whether it was it says it was a mutual consent there. The club has absolutely made the right call. And I don't think we as football fans now, as United fans, but I don't think we need to say anything more about this situation. Let it be decided by the courts, by everything else. Now he's not playing for Manchester United. That distraction is not there. And for Erik ten Hag, look, as I said, I don't think we need to comment any more on this. I've said this the entire way through. That's why I find it sort of difficult to do these videos live, because by me doing it live, I allow the comment section to just go crazy. I allow the live comments and the live chat to just say what they want. And it is an ongoing investigation, and that's not a responsible thing to do. Hence, while the majority of my videos with regards to this, with regards to Mason Greenwood and anything there, I've kept to these types of videos, and I will continue to do that. But speaking from a purely footballing perspective, Antony will not be playing for Manchester United. As I said, it's an indefinite period of absence. I believe he's still on full pay. What I'm going to do here is run through what the Telegraph has had to say on that, see if there's any more information inside this. He will not return to Manchester United until further notice. Antony will stay away from Manchester United for an indefinite period to avoid the allegations surrounding him becoming an unnecessary controversy for the club. United and Antony have agreed that it is in the interest of both parties that he takes a period of absence while he addresses the allegations of assault and violent behaviour being levelled against him. He denies the allegations, and the decision was taken to allow him to focus on defending himself and to prevent the situation from becoming a distraction for the club, which it absolutely was. Now, for Erik ten Hag, from a footballing perspective, it now poses a problem. Jadon Sancho, of course, we know what happened last week with that statement that Jadon Sancho released, effectively accusing Erik ten Hag of lying. Now, you might say, oh, Sam, you're putting words in his mouth. Jadon Sancho released a statement saying that he had been performing in training about an hour and a half after his manager said he wasn't performing in training. Now, if you really want to try and distance those things, then cool. All right, fair enough. You do you. But Jadon Sancho effectively did accuse his manager of lying. They haven't spoken last week. They're going to be speaking tomorrow. Honestly, now that all this has come out about Antony, you have to look at this Jadon Sancho situation and think, if that statement just hadn't have gone out, he could end up being Manchester United's first choice right winger for the foreseeable future. But nobody knows now whether Jadon Sancho is going to kick a ball again for Manchester United, let alone whether he's going to be our starting winger. Now, I spoke about this on the video on Friday on my live stream, and I was like, the transfer window's just closed. Jadon Sancho's going nowhere. The worst case scenario here is you've got an antagonistic Erik ten Hag and an antagonistic Jadon Sancho just butting heads for the next few months. In an ideal world, there's a resolution here. Now, I don't know what that resolution is. Whether that be Jadon Sancho and Erik ten Hag speak it out, talk it out, something happens, Jadon Sancho comes back into the fold. Whether that might be Erik ten Hag casting Jadon Sancho to the under-21s for the rest of the season, which I do not think will happen. But nothing can be ruled out. But I tell you who I want to see starting on the right wing, or at least getting opportunities to start on that right wing, is Facundo Pellistri. I love you, Erik ten Hag. I love what you've done for our club. Please don't be pushing Bruno Fernandes out of position, playing him on the right wing, and not starting Facundo Pellistri. Not only are you taking the opportunities away from Pellistri, like he's 21, guys. He's not a kid. He has been at the club for a couple of years now, and every single time he's played on that right wing, he has. I think every single cameo has been impressive from Pellistri. He needs to be getting those opportunities on that right wing. And not only is it bad taking the opportunities away from him, but don't take Bruno out of his best position. He is the king creator. Having him out on the right wing not only takes him away from the most effective positions for him with the ball at his feet, but also just takes him away from a lot of the game. Because Bruno out on that right wing cannot be anywhere near as involved in the overall running of a football game as he can be from that number 10 position. Give Pellistri the opportunities. Let's find out. Maybe Sancho and Ten Hag will be able to talk this one through, and maybe this is going to be the turning point that we thought the 3-month break was. I don't know. If you're looking for an optimistic point of view, that would probably be the optimistic point of view. In reality, in terms of how much of a discipline, not like a Jose Mourinho disciplinarian, but Erik ten Hag has been very, very strict on how important discipline is for his teams in his system. Garnacho was late during pre-season games and he didn't get a sniff. Marcus Rashford was his top scorer and was late once, and he got kicked out of the Wolves starting 11. So Erik ten Hag has to apply that same level of, demands and strictness on what Sancho has done. Sancho can't just walk away from that. Not in the way that Erik ten Hag has managed so far. But if all of that happens, Pellistri should be starting on that right wing for Manchester United, because we have no idea when or if we will see Antony play for Manchester United again. And we have no idea how long these investigations are going to take. But you don't, as fans now, we don't need to comment on who's right, who's wrong, who's innocent, who's guilty, or anything like that. Because we know full well now that will not be a distraction that we need to discuss. That's now turning this out of Manchester United's hands. Antony, you deal with what's going on there. And once that's finished and there's a conclusion to it, then we can speak about Antony as a Manchester United player again and whether or not he's going to be coming back into the club. But you can let me know what you think about it. We've got the official statement. It's an indefinite period of absence. He won't be playing for United again, and we don't know, as I said, there is no return date on that just yet. But we also don't know what's going on with Jadon Sancho. So in the space of this, 5-10 days, Antony now won't be playing for us indefinitely. Jadon Sancho may well not be playing for us indefinitely. Give this lad an opportunity. That's what I want to see. You can let me know what you think about the whole Antony situation. Well, not the whole Antony situation. You can just let me know what you think in the comments below.